Hi grade 2 and grade 3. Here is your math learning for today. So you can use this to work through your worksheet and make sure you're on the right track, get explanations from me, and just hang out for a while. So I hope that this video is helpful to you. You know the drill. We've been doing this for a while. You don't need to watch the video, but I know that it's helping some people to be able to do that. So let's get started with our math. Find your math spot, turn on your math brain, and let's go! All right, grade 2 and grade 3, let's get started with our math for today. I am so excited that you're here, and I'm so excited that it's math time. All right, so today it's not Monday, but I'm just gonna keep doing this. You know how in school, how I make you guys do these on the days even if it's not the right day because we don't see each other every day? It's just like that. So you'll still be working through the same math, and I'm gonna pick the good ones. So there you go. This is for today, even though it's Monday. It says Monday and it's Thursday. Don't get confused. It's just like at school. I can even scribble this out if you want, if that makes it easier. All right, so the first thing it's asking us to do, and I'm just gonna make my light a little brighter here. I hope that you can see it just great. So it's asking you to find the missing number. So we need to look at these numbers and figure out what they're doing. Okay, so this one is 9. And it's going to go to 18. All right, well, that's double. That's plus 9. What happens if I add another 9? Oh, I get 27. Okay, you know what this might be? This might be plus 9. Let's check to see if this pattern continues. Up here, 45 plus 10 would be 55, but plus 9 is 54. So yeah, this is plus 9. 54 plus 10 would be 64. This is only plus 9 because it's 63. So I can safely say that my pattern is plus 9, add 9 each time. So all I'm going to do is add 9 here. So 27 add 9. Okay, so 27, add 10. 27 plus 10 is 37. Plus 9 is 1 less than that. So it's going to be 36. Okay, on to the next one. Which number sentence has the same difference as 20 subtract 10? So the difference is the answer when you are subtracting. So let's do this together, guys. 20 subtract 10 is 10. So which one of these has the same difference? Which one of these, when you were to subtract, if you were to subtract it, would give you 10? I don't know why I'm tripping over my words. So 15 subtract 5. Oh, I can tell that's 10. Are there any others? 18 subtract 9. No, that's going to give me 18 subtract 10 would be 8. 18 subtract 9 is going to be 9. Not this one. 17 subtract 8. Nope, that's not. 17 subtract 7 would give me 10. Now, 15 subtract 5 is 10. So that is the correct one. Number 3, what is the missing number? So when we're figuring out a missing number, if this side is subtract, something subtract 3 is 11. To figure it out, I just have to do the opposite. So 11 plus 3, what is 11 plus 3? Count up. 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so now I've figured it out. So whenever you have a mystery number, you take this here and do the reverse. So I took 11, I added 3, and that's going to tell me what my mystery number was. Okay, Celia earns $8 a week. After 4 weeks, how much does she have? Well, guys, this is a great opportunity to practice some multiplication. Now, I know we haven't done our 8s or our 4 times table yet, but don't worry, it's the same as repeated addition. All right, so I zoomed out so you could see repeated addition. So if we wanted to figure this out, it would be $8 a week. After 4 weeks, how many does she have? 8 times 4 weeks, okay? And all you have to do is do 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8. Now, you might think, I can't add all those in my head, but you know 2 8s, right? What are 2 8s? Double 8 is 16. So the other double 8 will be 16. 16 plus 16 Well, 10 plus 10 is 20. And 6 plus 6 is 12. So 20 plus 12, 20, 30, 31, 32. 32. She will have $32. $32. Give another situation that matches 8 times 4. Now you get to make one up. So maybe George has he has a Pokemon Go. So he has Pokemon and he catches 8 a week or 8 a day. That's a lot of Pokemon. Catches 8 Pokemons, I don't know, per day for 4 days. And that would be an example of 8 times 4. Okay, what is the next number if the pattern rule is subtract 5? So for this one, I'm going to zoom in. We're right over here. What is the pattern rule if the next number is subtract 5? So 77 subtract 5. And if you think, I don't know that, well, do you know 7 subtract 5? You do. It's 2. So 77 subtract 5 is 72. Now for this next part, I am going to work on them with you. I'm going to work through them together with you. So let's get started on the first one. 105 plus 892. So we're going to use Grandma and Grandpa's way to solve these. I'm going to go through them with you one at a time. And so for Grandma and Grandpa's way, you start with the ones and then you add each one together. Maybe we'll do a couple partial sums, but I like Grandma and Grandpa's way. I think it's important for you to practice. So we're going to get started with Grandma and Grandpa's way. So let's go to number 1. So we start, these are our ones, these are our tens, these are our hundreds. We start with the ones, then we add the tens, then we add the hundreds. So if you're in grade 2 and you're thinking, I haven't done 3-digit addition before, all you have to do, ones, tens, hundreds. So let's start with the ones. 5 plus 2 is 7. I'm going to put that in my ones column. 0 plus 9 is 9. I'm going to put that in my tens column. And 1 plus 8 is 9. So I have 9 hundreds, 9 tens, and 7 ones. 997. Okay, on to number 2. See, that wasn't so hard. Let's do we're going to add our ones, our tens, and our hundreds here. So starting with my ones, 0 plus 8 is 8. 3 plus 5, 3 and 5. Remember, we did all these addition strategies at the beginning of the year. This is where you get to use them. So 3 and 5 is also 8. So I have 8, 10, so it's actually 30 and 50. And 100 plus 500 is 600. Okay, hundreds, tens, ones. We start with our ones. 1 plus 5 is 6. 110 plus 8 tens is 9 tens, or 90. 100 plus 500 is 600s. So my number is 696. Oh no, I hope you could see that. I was off to the side a little bit. Okay, next one. We're gonna add our ones, our tens, and our hundreds. So remember that these are different columns for different values. So 5 and 4 is 9. If I add my tens now, I have 5 tens plus 5 tens. That's 10 tens. 10 tens is 100. So to write that, if I write that in there, it's going to get all mixed up. So I'm going to put, I have 0 tens now. I have 100. So I'm going to put a 100 in the 100 column. Because 5 tens plus 5 tens, 50 plus 50 is 100. I have no tens in this number. So it's a 0. There are 0 tens. But I do have 100. So again, I just noted up there so I remember to add it. Now, 400 plus 200 is 600. And then we have that one more from this column that got bumped over. And now I have 700. So I have 700s, 0 tens, and 9 ones. 709 is my answer, or my total. Now, my next one, I'm going to add my ones, my tens, and my hundreds, and then I'm going to have my number. So 0 plus 9, I have 9 ones. Now, 70 plus 90, 7 plus 9 is 16. 70 plus 90 is 160. So if we look at that number that we have 6 tens, so I'm going to put my 6 tens in the tens column, and we have 100, so I'm going to put my 100 up here. So I know what I'm working with here. Now I'm going to add my hundreds. I have 600s plus 200 is 800, and one more is 900. So I have 900s. Uh-oh, I made a mess on my paper. I have 900s, 6 tens, and 9 ones, 969. Okay, I hope this is clear. Now, next one, I'm going to do Grandma Grandpa's way, so I'm adding ones, tens, and hundreds all separately, and then I'm adding to the columns if I need to. So I'm going to add my ones first. 0 plus 5. I have 5 ones. I'm going to add my tens next. 30 plus 30. I have 6 tens. 60 is my total. Hundreds, 600 plus 300. 6 plus 3 is 9. I have 9 hundreds. 965. 9 hundreds, 6 tens, 5 ones. 965. These are big numbers that you're working with. Okay. Remember, if I'm working too fast, you can pause the video, do your work, and then get me to check it for you. Okay, by pressing play. Now we're going to do Grandma Grandpa's way. Ones, tens, and hundreds. I'm adding them up. 4, I have my ones first. 4 plus 1 is 5 ones. Now I have my tens. 8 tens plus 1 10. 80 plus 10 is 9 tens. 90. Now I have my hundreds. I have 300s and 500s. So I have 5 plus 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 800s. So I have 800s, 9 tens, and 5 ones. My total is 895. Okay, see? This isn't so bad, guys. Let's move on to our last one. We have our ones, we have our tens, we have our hundreds. We're going to add each column. So, starting with my ones, I have 0 plus 1, I have 1, 1. Now my tens, I have 8 tens and 0 tens. I still have 8 tens. And in my hundreds, I have 5 hundreds and 3 hundreds. So 5 and 3 is 8. So I have 8 hundreds, 8 tens, and 1 1, 881. See? You did it! And it probably wasn't as scary as you thought. Or maybe you didn't think it was scary at all. I'm not sure. Okay, now we're going to go on to our problem solving. So it says, draw an array. Let's just get my thing here. Draw an array to solve the following problem. So George baked 18 muffins. If he arranges them into rows of 3, how many rows will he have? Now remember my rules of arrays. I want them to be in straight lines, I want them to be easy to read, and I want them to be in their groups, easy groups. So I'm gonna draw circles for my muffins. So I have 18 total, and they're in rows of 3. So to do that, all I have to do is count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. My array is done. It's in straight lines. How many rows will he have? So how many rows do I have? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 rows. 6 rows. All right, let's write out the multiplication and division fact families for this array. Now, I dropped my pen. Earlier I said I made a mess of my paper. That's what I mean. So I'm going to write mine up here. So let's write down our fact family. Remember, they all live in a house together, and they play nice. So I have 18 total. Okay, so let's do it. 6 groups of 3 is 18. 3 groups of 6 is 18. Remember, it doesn't matter. This is called commutative property. Doesn't matter what order they're in, they're still 18. Now I've done my multiplication. I'm going to think of my division. So this is my fact family house. Now I have to make my division sentences. So division, I start with the product of multiplication. So I start with the whole group. I start with 18, and I'm going to divide it up into groups of 6. So I'm going to divide it into 6, groups of 6, divide it into 6. There's my groups of 6. And that means I'm gonna have 3 groups. You could also look at it as 18 divided into 3 groups is 6, which we're gonna do right now. So 18 divided into groups of 3 . This pen is the same color, it's not really helpful. Divided into groups of 3, you're gonna have 6 groups. Okay, so it's just the different ways to look at it. That's my fact family. And how could I write this? This is my fact family. It's beautiful. You don't have to draw a house, but if you want to. So basically a fact family just means all of these facts are related, just like we have in multiplication or in addition and subtraction. All of these facts are related. So if you know 6 times 3, you also know 3 times 6, and you also know the related division facts. Okay, now we're gonna move on to this. It says, can you write this as a repeated addition? Well, I sure can. I can do it 2 different ways. So I'm gonna start with 3's. And how many 3's do I need to have? 6 3's. So I can do as 3's. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 3's is 18. Or I can do it as 6's. 6 plus 6 plus 6 equals 18. So this is 6 times 3. And this is, or 3 times 6, 3 groups of 6. And this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 groups of 3, or 3, 6 times 6 groups of 3. You can do it either way. And I know that confuses people sometimes, but it actually is for the best. Okay, on to the next. So on the other side of your sheet, if you printed out your sheet, awesome. If you're working on a piece of paper, awesome. Either way is great. So it's asking you to figure it out. So we're learning our 2's facts. It says, is the product of 8 times 2 the same as the product of 2 times 8? Prove it. Now, we know it is, because we have been practicing our arrays. So let's prove it using an array. Okay, so 8 times 2, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I have 2 of those groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have my array here, and all I have to do to figure out if it's the same, right here, this is 8 times 2, 8 groups of 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, if I want to do it the other way, get a different pen, and I could do 2 groups of 8. Did my number change? No, it did not. So again, remember last week, maybe the week before, I said if you turn it, it doesn't change it, and that's all you're doing. You're writing it a different way. You're looking at it a different way. So 8 times 2, what's double 8, guys? Right, 16. And 2 times 8, let's count by 2's 8 times. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Still 16. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to practice the order of our factors. So all we're going to do down here is we're going to go through and we're going to say so it's saying when you multiply, it doesn't matter what order the factors are in. So when you solve 8 times 2, you can think the double of 8 or 8 plus 8. So let's do it. 2 times 9 is the same as 9 plus 9, and that is 9 plus 9 is 18. 3 times 2 is the same as 3 plus 3. What's double 3? 6. This is why we practiced our doubles so much this year. You probably were sick of hearing me practice doubles. I'm asking you to practice your doubles. But this is why, guys. It's making your multiplication so much easier if you know those doubles. 7 times 2, 7 plus 7. Double 7 is 14. 10 times 2, 10 plus 10. Double 10 is 20. 8 times 2, 8 plus 8. Double 8, 16. 8 times 2. Oh, we're doing it again. Okay. Oh, okay. See? We're doing it again, but it's just this part is different. Everything else stays the same. 8 plus 8. So this is 2 times 8. This is 8 times 2. They both mean 8 plus 8 is 16. 6 times 2. Again, 6 plus 6 is 12. Double 6 is 12. 9 times 2, 9 plus 9 is 18. Doesn't matter if the 9 comes first or second. Here it was 2 times 9. Here it's 9 times 2. They both mean 9 plus 9, and they both have the same total. 2 times 6, 6 plus 6 is 12. 4 times 2, 4 plus 4 is 8. 2 times 2, 2 plus 2 is 4. So practicing these 2 times tables is just remembering your doubles. Okay, the last part of our math today before I say goodbye is this part, and it says write 2 multiplication sentences and 1 addition sentence for each array. So let's do it. So these are 2's. Just what we've been practicing. So let's just look. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 groups of 2, or 2 groups of 4. Both of them are 8. But that's the same as doing 4 plus 4. Okay, on to the next one. And if you have pennies or something that you can build arrays with, I highly recommend doing it because it's kind of fun. Next one, I have 2, 4, 6. So 3 groups of 2 is 6. Or 1, 2. 2 groups of 3 is 6. Now, the next one that I'm going to ask you to do is the addition. So 3 plus 3 is also 6. Oh, I forgot to write my 8 here. Now, this next one has a lot of numbers. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You could figure that out. Double 7 is 14, or you can count 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So 7 times 2 is 14. 2 times 7 is also 14. And 7 plus 7 is 14. Now, if you want some more skip counting and doubles practice, check out the video, the bonus video for today, that just shows you a couple ways to practice your 2 times tables at home. All right, so on that note, have a wonderful rest of your day, and I really hope that you get a chance to check out the bonus video. If not today, then maybe another day this week. See you later, alligators. All right, I hope that was helpful to you. I really like making these videos because it kind of makes me feel like I'm back at school. So I hope that it's giving you a little bit of that feeling too, and I hope that it helped with your math today. So let me know if you have any more questions that the video didn't answer. I'm here to help. If not, have a great rest of your day.